What's going on, everybody? What's going on? This another edition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. I go by the name of Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Mal.
It's Jay every day.
Hey, fellers, what's going on with y'all? How was y'all last week?
You want to go
cool.
first? Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Bears for the win. Bears for the win. That's all really that matter. Yeah, so we got to kick it with Stogie yesterday. Got out there, kicked it with him, and got to a cigar lounge out that way, and had a good time. And I ended up having some salty ass babas out there. That shit was salty.
Oh, y'all ended up going to Popeyes?
So they ended up going to Submarine, Mr. Sub Submarine. So they ended up going to Mr. Sub. I pulled into the Mr. Sub lot, but the lobby was open, but it wasn't open, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like you could only pick up orders.
Okay.
So I went down the street to Baba's, and that was salty as shit.
Hey man, but he did mention low key another Chicago staple. If you're from the Chicagoland area, Sub Tender. If you know, you know. If you don't know, hey, just ain't from the city. It's cool. We just got stuff here that you just don't know about. It's all right.
Yeah, that's not for everybody.
Huh? What you say?
I said, yeah, that's not for everybody. Stick to Subway.
Yeah. Facts. And Jersey Mike and all the other shit. This Chicago
Firehouse subs.
Yeah, all that. Stick to all that shit. But yeah, we was out kicking it. You know, we got off work. We went out there, kicked it. Bears for the win. You know, if you stay in Chicago and you really ain't no Bears fan, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing here. You feel me? You got to be an all-around Chicago fan. Period. You got to root for Chicago teams, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Now, if you moved here, I understand it. But you know, we had a blast last night. It was mad fun, mad people there. No hiccups, no mishaps. It was just a ball of fun, man. And it's always great just kicking it with the homies. Like this, like the second weekend in a row we didn't kick it though. We didn't did this in a long time, and it's fun. It's always fun. It's always a lot of jokes and stuff like that. And you know. It is what it is.
You know, football time, you know what I'm saying, playoffs and shit like that.
No, but then, you know, we got jokes anyway that it's just all type of references.
Oh, yeah, jokes for sure.
Yeah, you know, like, I forgot the way he said, nigga is wet, it ain't even wet over there.
He gonna lay on the ground. He gonna lay on the ground like something wrong with him, boy.
But we had a ball. It was real lovely, real nice. Had you know, like we say, Stogie was there. He like kind of one of the almost the fourth members of. We always talking about him with everything. Everything that come up, Stogie name come up in almost everything. But yeah, it was just it's just a wonderful time, man. And my last week was great. I don't got no complaints about nothing. I ain't got nothing to really say. Like like every day say, man. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm good. I ain't complaints, man. We here. We blessed.
Exactly.
My last week was all right. Nothing really to bring forward. I'm probably going to the movies today. Want to check out? I heard the movie Housemaid was really good. We had Sydney Sweeney in it.
Okay.
And I heard there's a lot of plot twists in it and stuff. So figured I'd go check it out and see what's to it. But last week it was just. I had gotten so used to working the amount of hours that I was working in December that it's like now that I have so much more time because stuff at work has slowed down, I kind of don't know what to do with the spare time. If that makes sense.
You miss going to work.
Was that?
So you miss going to work, huh? A little bit.
I swear I'm like I want to go back to those maybe not because I was working 14 hours, so maybe not 14 hours, but maybe 11.
Yeah, I understand.
So now I don't know what to do because I'm like, okay, I'm used to getting out of work at 6:30, somewhere around between 6 and 7. Now I'm getting out of work at 2, 3, 4. I'm like, okay, I forgot it was this much time left in the day.
It's still light out.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm figuring that out, man. Figuring out the next step. But yeah, hopefully it does some things come around. we're gonna get into these conversations for today. So one of the first things that came across my purview this morning. His name is Miles Catton, and we know him as Sammy from Sinners. And apparently he won the Best New Young Actor award. So let's check it out. Put it up here.
Miles Catton, Sinners.
Oh, Catton, sorry.
I'm gonna get copywritten for this or no? It's fair use.
I think it's fair use because I mean it's on. I saw the original on YouTube, so this TikTok, all it is Revolt. So maybe, but that's it. We don't need to really listen to his speech for the sake of copyright. But the question that I have for you guys is, based on his acting in Sinners, do you think it's deserved?
I thought he did well. I don't have anything to compare it to because I hadn't watched a lot of movies, and I'm not sure like who he was really up against, and compared to what their performances were. But I thought his performance was pretty good.
I'm on the same sentiment of Jerry Day. Like, why not? Why is it even like a question when it comes to like him? Like, why we having this question? Like, in my opinion, like, he did a great job. Did a wonderful job in Sinners. He even did such a great job. Like, bro, I was looking at the man sideways when the man trying to taste a fur burger when she been walking around all day. Like, you bugging. you ain't gonna let her wash up or nothing. Like, yeah, you deserve that. He deserved that, hands down. He deserved that. I ain't never met nobody who ate some cat coming fresh out working and fresh out dancing and all that other stuff. You ain't getting the shower. You ain't going to the bathroom first, wipe that tissue or nothing off or nothing. You just out here eating. You just out here eating fresh out like that. Well, you deserve the Oscar. Like, I don't know why we even talking about this. You deserve the Oscar.
He wanted that.
He deserved the Oscar. You out here eating bacon? You out here eating meal straight off the room floor?
That boy wanted that cheetah.
But he deserved that. Off that alone, he deserved that Oscar.
He wanted that what they call that African safari or safari,
Yeah,
boy, that wildcat.
Yeah. He wanted the cat with the seasoning on it. You feel
me? What's the cat that do the roar on what's that?
On Lionsgate, he want that Lionsgate cat.
Yeah.
When that movie come out, so from that alone, to me,
they didn't have that soap like that back in the day, boy. They soap probably wasn't busting.
Yeah, it wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah, so as soon as she opened up them legs, that motherfucker.
And then what made it so bad, nigga, she was in Mississippi. It was hot as hell in Mississippi.
Yeah, it was humid than a motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he deserved that. No hands down, he deserved that. I don't even know what we're talking about. He deserved that.
Yeah, that coochie was roughhousing.
Yeah, facts. And I bet you it was hairy.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he deserved that. I ain't trying to hit it. He deserved it.
Yeah.
I don't got no comments. He deserved
that. Yeah, I think I'm more on the side of what they was of not having much to compare it to. I am getting back into going to the movies because that's my favorite pastime, especially since I just recently watched Avatar, which was incredible. It wasn't Avatar wasn't heavy on the plot and the storyline, but the CGI and the graphics it's incredible, man. It's incredible. But I don't have much to compare it to. I think his acting was, I believe, the character for sure.
Yeah,
like even with him, having the he didn't have a full on accent, but even with him having that that southern rasp in his voice, like I was like, he deserved something, at the very least a nomination. So now I'm curious to see what actors or actresses he was put up against.
Was this the Academy Awards? What was this? What award show was this?
Shoot. Critics' Choice Awards.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, it did look a little small for it to be the Academy Awards. But okay.
Do you think awards and whatever are significant anymore?
I think back in the day when, you know, before I'd say pre like internet, not really pre-internet, but when internet was kind of second to TV and we all just watched the TV, I think the awards was, something to look forward to. Even the Academy, and if you watch the Emmys, I mean, for us, I think I could speak for probably a lot of Black people. Our thing was, the music awards, so the BET Awards or the Soul Train Music Awards and stuff like that. Even the MTV Awards, but like once we entered like full on internet age, it was like the awards kind of background noise now.
Why do you think that is? And the reason why I ask, why do you think that is? Because my thought process is, there's just so many now.
Award shows?
Yeah.
I think it was always. I mean, I would only watch the ones that really mattered. So I would watch the Academy Awards from time to time, and then the ones that mattered to me were again like the ones that Black people were represented in. So the Academy was just something. They had the comedian stand-ups and different guys who hosted. So that was the reason I'd watch that. Now I don't like okay, now we post COVID, man, it's not even a lot of movies that's come out like that, and it's not a lot of original movies. A lot of things are being remade. So I just feel like people aren't really even interested. Like we too busy TikTok and making original content. People like to make their own original content. So originality on the big screen is kind of gone out the window, and people are doing original content just within the confines of their own home. So nobody's really paying attention to that. You'll watch your Netflix and other apps, but it's not like actually going to the big screen.
So let's see. Where did it go? Okay, so these were the people that were the nominees right here. Miles Caton won for Sammy Moore and Sinners, but Everett Blunk, Carrie Christopher, Shannon Mahina Gorman, Jacob Yoop, and Nina Yee. I never even heard of any of these movies.
I was just going to ask you, do you know who any of those people are, Sudo, as well? Because I wouldn't know Buddy's real name unless you told me, like, oh, that's the boy who played in Sinners.
Yeah.
Like, do we still, because back in the day, we used to actually know people's name. Like, back in the day, you used to actually know the actor or actress real name. Nowadays, you just know them as they played in this, they played in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You
don't know their real name. And if you would have never told me his name is what, Miles, what his name? Carton?
Caton.
And if you ain't say Sinners and put Sinners on that, the dude who played the guitar, who was out there eating Fredburger straight off the cotton room field, I wouldn't know who you were talking about.
Straight off the what?
Off the cotton field.
And she was sweating. She was dancing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying though, I would have never. She was. Never mind. That's for a private conversation. But that's a private conversation. But at the same time, like we wouldn't know who some of these people are. And I don't think, to me, I can't tell people how they feel about their profession. But a lot of awards come down to white validation, really. Like you get the white stamp of approval because when the culture messes with you, they know who you are.
What do you think of that, every day?
Because a lot of movies is like our classics, but we didn't get no awards for them, but we love them to death. They on the top of the totem pole for us.
Are you talking about the classic movies? So kind of cult classic. I could agree with that.
DXPH, what's going on, brother?
What's up, bro?
When you say the sweaty what? Sweaty twat. Salt and vinegar is crazy, man. Salt and vinegar. Yeah.
But if you really look at like some of our classics, let's name a classic on top of this.
New Jack City.
Yeah, New Jack City, a classic. But did they get any awards really for it?
Probably nothing serious. I don't, it might have had some awards because it
What
was
about
still a lot
Coming
of.
to America? Did Coming to America get any awards? Like any Academy Awards? Anybody win Best Actor out of there? Did Eddie Murphy get anything up out of there?
I'm not sure.
Looks like the NAACP awards for Outstanding Motion Picture in '88.
But I'm talking
That's
about
odd shit, though. I mean,
yeah, but I'm
quote-unquote
talking
odd
about
shit.
I'm talking. I'm talking about the ones that people really beat. You said Source Awards, crazy.
Hey, Source Awards used to be the shit, though.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Source Awards that was another one. Used to be
Yeah.
the shit, man.
But we talking about the one who they show up for, they cry for, and all this other stuff. If it ain't like the Oscars or something like that, people don't be really like, oh, that wasn't really no award.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
feel
I
you.
think what like on a movie side, like what award show did Black people have like that could really compete to the Academy? I felt like the Academy Awards is the awards of all awards.
Yeah, it is.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's just like winning the Grammy.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I understand, like, okay, shit, nigga, I won a Soul Train Award, but nigga, I also won his Grammy. Right. And to me, not saying it's white validation, but it does mean that, okay, my shit went global or something, not maybe not global, but it was definitely, nationally recognized.
But even with that, which one you said, Source, and what else you said?
Or I was saying like we could say source versus winning a Grammy.
Yeah, okay. But even if you just win the Source, you can still be around the world. They just didn't recognize you at the Academy, though, right? Am I?
I'm not saying they didn't recognize you. You can't be around the world. But what I'm saying is, I feel like winning a Grammy puts you in a different league. You know what I mean?
But even with the Source, though, can it still put you in a different league? They just didn't recognize you. They just didn't like your work.
Well, let's think about it. Source is no longer even probably operable right now.
So that's facts. That's true.
You still getting Grammys. People still winning Grammys. Grammys was before the Source. Grammys is after the Source. You see what I'm saying? So doing the Source, nigga, Grammy. I get it. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with, niggas want to win a Grammy. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with going ahead and representing and getting your Source Award either. But I do think it's kind of like put it for Maul. It's kind of like the Fiesta Bowl versus whatever Big Bowl, Orange Bowl, or what I'm saying, Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl.
No. But that was the Big Four. Those the Big Four.
I bet whatever the little guy.
The Sun Belt. That was anything like the Sun Belt Bowl.
Okay, Sun Belt Bowl, right? So nigga, nigga, I want a bowl, but it ain't
the because it was the Sugar, Fiesta, Orange, and Rose Bowl. Them the top four.
Right. So if it ain't one of them,
yeah,
fuck the Sun Belt Bowl. I mean, cool, we made it, yay, you won that, but it ain't one of those.
Yeah.
Thanks for recognizing us, though.
Yeah. And guess what? All those that you name is in the major cities of the United States. Orange Bowl is in Miami. Rose Bowl is in LA. Sugar Bowl is in Atlanta. And I think the tortilla, I said tortilla. The next thing I'm going to say going to be crazy. It's in Texas.
Mexican bowl.
I think it's in Texas. It's down south somewhere. I knew this was going to go like, I'm like, the Mexicans mixed up, boy. It's going to make it sound crazy, huh? You say what?
Tortilla bowl is crazy.
I know that's what I'm saying. Then I say Texas afterwards is crazy. I think it's somewhere down south.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that's in San Antonio. I think the Fiesta.
See what I'm saying? It sounds crazy. Come all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it was deserving. I think he did an immaculate job. I think Sinners definitely, like we said before, because we talked about it before on the pod. Sinners was definitely immediately a classic.
Yeah, the more time go on, it's going to be even more and more. Like, Sinners going to creep into that Black movie top list. They're going to get up on it. It's too early to talk about it now. And, we can't be a prisoner of the moment because the other things that stood the test of time. But I think Sinners going to stand the test of time and it's going to be up there. And that kind of put Michael B. Jordan up there in a different light, too, though. He was already good, but Sinners put him in another light to me. I don't give a fuck what the Academies or whatever do or the Grammys do. to me in my boat, it put Michael B. Jordan in another atmosphere when it comes to acting.
Yeah.
For him playing them twins and stuff, that was some Eddie Murphy type shit, like in Nutty Professor and all that Norbit type shit. That was real. He's up there. He's solidified with that one.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of bowl, thank you guys for kicking with us and share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. And we're having some great conversation over here. So yesterday was apparently an immaculate day for Chicago sports, specifically the Bears. They were playing the Green Bay Packers. Apparently, if you can see here on where it says Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears, Bears were trailing. Field goal quarter 1, nothing quarter 2, field goal quarter 3, and then they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter, coming back for the win. So you guys were able to watch to watch the whole thing. I didn't get to watch it. You know, I'm not really in sports. So what are your thoughts on the game? What do you think it means for the Bears? Are we finally out of the funk for Chicago sports in terms of just throwing games at the last minute? What are your thoughts?
This is how sport, like, I don't know if people watch sports, but it's not too many teams that just be on top for 10 years. That's like people fail to realize like that, because we see it, but that's not the norm. This shit is an up and down sports. You can be good for 2 years, an injury or something can happen, and you can be down for 2 years. Like, people don't realize that sports is an up and down team. You find your team, you ride with your team, and you ride with your team no matter what. You got rivalries that it don't matter what happened in that season. As long as you beat them rivalries, we good. Outside of beating those rivalries, it's the Super Bowl. But it's historically rivalries like the Green Bay Packers with the Bears. I don't give a fuck what happened. As long as the Bears beat the Green Bay Packers, we good. Now, if we win the Super Bowl and all that shit, it's even wonderful. I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but we must beat the Packers. I'm not trying to hit it. And it's all rivalries like that with all sports teams if you watch sports. So to say they're in a funk, yeah, they kind of been in a funk because, you know, you got to get the right management in there. You got to get the right this in there. You got to get the right that in there. Yeah, that's cool. But at the same time, it's a process. You have to have the right coach. You have to have the right quarterback. You have to get all this stuff and get lucky to get all this stuff. And some teams have runs where they have historic runs where they run in 10, 15 years where they have winning records and stuff like that. And they get to the playoffs and all that stuff and they get maybe 1 or 2 Super Bowls. But this stuff is not like, this stuff just don't happen overnight. It takes time. So to say they're in a funk and that's how they've been playing all year, yeah, it's a good thing when the Bears and the Bulls really doing good, the city be kind of live. I'm not gonna lie, be a little friendly. City be kind of live when the Bears and the Bulls. Them baseball teams, it'll be okay. But the real sports is the Bears and the Bulls. When they doing right, like when Mike was here, and then them 90-something Bear teams was kind of good with the defense and all that stuff, shit was cracking around this motherfucker. Like, yeah, money was flowing. It was good cocaine in the air. It was all that. All that. It was all good. You feel me? Am I lying to every day?
You're right.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's just, it is what it is, man. It's a good game, whatever. We're going to root for them again next week. We're going to probably, if the Eagles win, it's between, I don't know who we're going to have, but now I'm thinking it's going to be the Eagles probably. But, yeah, it was a good game. It was good everything, man. And that's just how the Bears been playing all season. They don't cut it on to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm with what Maul said. The Bears don't cut it on. If you've been paying attention, they don't cut it on until the fourth quarter. But you know, just Chicago is good to have a team that's doing something. We got plenty of teams here, you know, just, you know, crossing every sport. And it's good to have, you know, I mean, people are excited for the Bears because, you know, I think it's been 40. This is going on the 40th year. This is the Bears' last Super Bowl. And I think what year was we in the Super Bowl? 05? Right.
Yeah,
So
that was, no,
21 years ago.
No, it was like 06, 07 or something like that. It was around there. 06, 07. Oh, wait, something like around there.
Okay.
I'll look it up real quick. I'm trying to look it up real quick.
But, you know, I think we kind of do this. You know, and if the Bears win, guess what? 07? Okay. So, Even that's going on close to 20 years. Bears are due. Um, bet you one thing though, the Bears won the Super Bowl. They get a new stadium right here in the city.
Yeah. Yeah. What you say on us? It's a new stadium on us?
Yeah, it's gonna be on somebody. Like I said, bag tax is gonna go up to $1 a bag. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna figure a way to go ahead and get the Bears something new up there. But you gotta show us. You see what I'm saying? You can't have these raggedy ass teams and stuff and then expect people to be paying some money, man.
But I don't even think they need a new stadium because we was watching and I was telling you, bro, the stadium was rocking.
Yeah,
Well, I know you heard that. If you was driving downtown anywhere on Lakeshore Drive or anywhere around there, or anybody who stay around there close to the stadium, I know you heard them going crazy.
They don't need a new stadium.
They don't need no dome. That's just it is. What like Jerry Day said, nigga, we needed a snowstorm. Snowstorm would put that over the top.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, do y'all think they need a new stadium?
No, I don't.
No,
I think because it's a historic stadium. It's just, to me, certain teams don't need stadiums. You got like Lambeau Field, which is Green Bay Stadium. I guarantee you they will never get a stadium. They will do renovations, but they will never get a new stadium. It's historic. Same thing with the Bears. The Bears Stadium is historic. It's a lot of historic stadiums out there that people shouldn't. Now, if you want to do some upgrades and add some more stuff like that, huh?
Steelers.
Yeah, another one.
And they ain't got no dome. And the Steelers, you know what I'm saying? They don't need a dome. Hey, all that we need a dome shit for what?
Yeah, but I'm on the two. I don't think the Bears need a stadium. And if you want to put a dome or retractable roof on there, yeah, find a way to do that. But I don't think they need to move from where they at. That's historic, man. I'm known the Bears there all my whole life. That's where the Bears been my whole life.
Playing in that cold weather also, to me, it gives you kind of give you an edge, you know, especially when you're going to get, if you're a good enough team, and say, for instance, you and another team, y'all about equal, but this other team only playing the dome and they got to come see you and y'all about equal and it get cold enough and y'all know how to play in that cold ass weather, that dome team going to struggle.
Would you define this as a historic comeback, or does this happen frequently enough that it's not historic?
It's happening.
Because I know that I've never personally seen something like this, but then again, I don't watch, so that doesn't mean a whole lot.
Oh, I mean, shit, it happened in the Super Bowl when we was talking about it before, like
Patriots.
Patriots. No, not was it the Patriots? Yeah, Patriots. Patriots in
Atlanta. Yeah. And then we had a dude, and we was in another cigar lounge dude talking about some Aaron Rodgers better than motherfucking Tom Brady. I stopped talking to niggas. See that why I don't talk to niggas after 5.
After what?
After 5. It was like 7. I moved it up when that nigga said that dumb shit right there. Like, shut up.
Wow.
Oh, okay. He said David said for the Bears it's historic.
Yeah, it was a historic moment because they say that was the first time they ever came down with 18 when they was down 18 plus in the fourth. They came back.
That last game went to the wire with the Packers. You know, they went in overtime and they came back.
Yeah.
So what does this mean? Cultivate, what's good?
Cultivate, what's happening?
So what does this win mean for the Bears? I don't know where they are in the season and all that stuff. What does this mean? Like, what's the next step?
Just go to the next round of playoffs. They're the next round of playoffs.
Oh, it's the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah, it's next round. They're just going to the next round.
And who are they playing against?
We don't know yet. The game's got to finish. It's still a lot of playoff games.
Okay.
So they're going to either probably play, I think they'll either play, would it be the Rams or the Eagles? And both of them going to be a tough task. That's going to be some good games. It's going to be a tough task for both of those games.
Why would it be tough for the Bears? Are they like?
No. The Eagles and the Rams ain't no bullshit team either. It ain't no slouch. This ain't like Green Bay wasn't no slouch, but them two teams that's left too, if they play those two, it's not going to be a slouch either. It's not going to be. It's not no cake parks. It's not no walk in the parks.
Hey, I don't know. I don't watch, so I don't know the terminology.
Hello, boy. Hey, it be some females that know about that football. Be some females that know about the football. I'll do it. I mean, from what I hear, like it's like fans, football fans, are like 50-50. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 50%
Like,
of the sport. Might even be
especially,
more women.
especially if a girl was her daddy only child.
Mhm.
She's into sports. Trust and believe.
What do you think their prospects are for the Super Bowl? Like, just off of y'all opinion.
What you mean? They're making it?
Yeah.
I will be very, very surprised. But I still think they're a year, maybe a year and a half away. Not at least one more year, because you got to get a couple more pieces for that defense. That defense scared me a little too much.
Scare you as in, like, there's like some
I'll be
holes that
want
they
to
need
tell
to fill,
motherfuckers
or
go get on the bus.
some people not doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, nigga, go get on the bus. Don't even worry about coming back out the locker room. Go get on the bus. We'll see you after the game.
What do you think, Jay, every day?
You know, I had $1,000 worth of faith. Ain't nobody want to take the bet. I had $1,000 that the Bears was gonna come back. Nobody wanted to take the bet. I should have bet it big time though, because I would have won $12,000. But it's okay. You know what I mean? It's all right. But do I think they'll make the Super Bowl? I think anything's possible, right? Is it probable? Probably not, but anything's possible, man. The Bears is having they're having an amazing season. We're just going to continue to celebrate the win that they had yesterday.
Facts.
He sound like a sports announcer. All right. Let me thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite after church podcast is live. Having some great conversation today. Now, this is another one that it came across my purview this morning. So let me get rid of this. Did you guys get to watch the YouTube clip I sent?
Who, Anton?
This morning?
Anton?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched I think did you timestamp it 6 to 20? I watched it and I had I just wanted to know what you really were talking about or whatnot like that. But I watched it.
All right, cool. So this came across my purview this morning because Anton doesn't normally go live on Sundays, but he was doing a makeup show from when he missed earlier this week. So I'm gonna put a little bit of speed on this because it has a little bit of length to it. Let's see here.
You said so, no hoes, man. Fuck these hoes.
Oh shit.
Fuck the hoes. Nigga, we got money to get. We got a legacy to build. Listen, when I look at the buildings of these philanthropic people, when I go to these universities and I see the Alfred Taubman building, or when I look at the Encore, or when I look at, all of this stuff, guess what I don't see? I don't see, we got to stop pedestalizing hoes, man. I don't see the name of the woman that he was fucking right next to him. That's a temporary pleasure, bro. That's what I mean by staying focused for guys. Fuck the hoes. I don't see nobody in history referring to a woman unless that woman took him down. That's it. That's the only time you ever hear. I'm gonna talk about it today with Offset. Man, fuck a hoe, man. Man, what? We don't care about no hoes, man. We focus, bro. The women is supposed to be leveraged in order to make more money. We not focused on no box. Man, forget them hoes, bro. They don't look. What you think it's gonna be a shortage of them? It's always gonna be there. It's never going to be a shortage. In my 43 years in life, let me give you a little bit of insight. There has never, ever, at any point in my life, I know a lot of people think that they know me based off of the image that I'm giving you today. There has never in my life, not one time in my life, been a shortage of women that is available at any given time. The thing that has made me successful is that I don't give a fuck. That's the difference. I don't care about what a woman thinks. I don't care about what a hoe think. Man, that's a distraction, nigga. You ain't read the first story in the Bible? You ain't read Eve? You don't understand what's going on, nigga? Don't you realize that the difference between me and everybody else is that I didn't get distracted by a hoe? You know why niggas stop streaming? It's not that they tired. It's because they got a fucking woman that's in their life that's slowing them down and they let them. You know how niggas fall off? Think about what's this chick, this Christy and Desmond Scott. That nigga about to have a fall off. You know why he about to have a fall off? Because he tied himself and his fortune to a woman. I know a lot of people gonna say it's because of Deli and all of that. That's not it. That's not why he's gonna fall off. He's gonna fall off because his brand was directly when I tell y'all on this live stream, we don't have a Sunday session today, huh? When I tell y'all on this live stream to detach yourself and stop sharing joint YouTube accounts or joint this or joint that, bro, you have to be able to rock out on your own. You can't be integrated because now you're forcing people to choose sides. And guess what they're going to always do? They're going to do the same thing that they did to your grandmother and your grandfather. They're going to choose her side. Why? Because she's a woman and because she's pretty. Dog, you have to build on your own. You have to be yourself. And I'll give you something else. If she cheated and he didn't cheat, she would still be more successful than him.
So the question I have for you guys today was, hold on, let me see. That's the question. Do men pedestalize women in a way that distracts them from his purpose? And if you do think so, why? Why do you think men do that?
Well, let me rock first. First of all, I don't think men do it. I think little boys do it. It's a big difference. Like when you're a man, when you're a grown man, ain't nobody gonna distract you from your purpose. Unless it's like real diehard and diehard, something that's gonna get you like, oh, like that's just like with I'm gonna put myself in the thing. I work, I gotta drive every day. My wife's not gonna call me for something. She's gonna come tell me her day and everything that goes on, but she's not gonna bother me with anything that's not major because I can't come do anything about it anyway. So she's gonna bother me with the major stuff when I get back home. See, that's distracting me from my purpose. I'm out here trying to make money to try to make whatever our life is, make our life easier. So when it comes to little boys, yeah, you can get a little boy to go home. You can get a little boy to, it's extra work to be done, but he's finna just do his little 4 or 5 hours, whatever he's supposed to be doing, and hurry up and run it home to get to his woman and sit in front of a video game. Yeah, a little boy would do that. A little boy is gonna talk about like that little boy. I don't want to call man, but I'm just using it as I don't know how you can put it. I don't want to call that man who said about the hoes, but that's little boy mentality when you're talking about hoes. Grown men don't sit around and say like we might. You're gonna get the joke about what a hoe. We do that jokingly, but no, you're gonna go to work. You're gonna do what you need to do. Ain't no woman for to take you off your purpose and what you need to do. So if you want to phrase it and say it in a different way to where like between the boys of a man and a woman, I mean, the difference between a boy and a man, yeah, that's different. But I ain't never heard no grown man say that a woman did this or a woman took me off that. I ain't go do this and get this money because a woman told me to. I ain't go do this now. If it's a safety issue, that's different. But to take you off your purpose and damn near make you lose your job or make you lose this opportunity because she's talking about you not spending no time or something with her, that's crazy to me. That's some little boy activity. That's kind of what I took from it. Like, I agree with Anton about a lot of things he said, but I would just phrase it in a sense of from a boy to a man. A boy will let a woman tell him, oh, don't go to work. You should just stay home with me and we can watch movies and we can watch Netflix all day and eat ice cream. No, nigga, I'm gonna go to work. A grown man is gonna tell her, I will be back. Don't worry about it. Man, I tell I know I'm kind of like a little bit, but I'm gonna end it on this. I tell young guys this all the time. You will never lose not one single woman for chasing money, but you will lose a lot of fucking money chasing a fucking woman. So you let that sink in, or however you want to do it, take it however you want to take it. But that's just how I'm gonna end it.
So you never lose a woman chasing money, but you would lose money chasing a woman. I 100% agree, right?
Uh-huh. On
the flip side, what about Tom Brady?
What you mean?
His wife divorced him because he wanted to go back to work.
Okay. Tom Brady still cool? What happened to Tom Brady?
But you said you never lose a woman chasing money.
That woman won for him, though. I understand he had the wife and all that. She won for him because she would have let him keep doing. I ain't gonna say she don't let him keep doing what he's doing, but also we don't know the whole backstory from that, though. Tom Brady might have promised her and told her like this the last time and then went back on his word. So we don't know everything behind that story neither.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know about that. It's in terms of why. I never heard anything other than he promised her or said to her that his last season was his last season, and he said, "You know what? Nah, I want to do another one." And she was like, "You know what? I'm going to leave then.
Yeah. So that, you got to look at that way too, though. So we don't know the whole story behind that.
Go ahead, JVD. What you got?
Really don't have much in regards to that, man. I think sometimes it can be the way young men are raised. So if you raised a certain way, to kind of pander or whatever, kind of run up behind a woman, then that's something that'll happen. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of times if you don't have the proper male role model or figure to kind of show you to guide you along the way, um, you can end up in that direction where you're just kind of chasing up behind women.
Haven't. I think there's definitely been multiple cases in recent history where we can see that a man, he, instead of like to the example Maul used, not went to work or decided to not make money, to sit down and eat ice cream, watch TV all day with his woman, and ended up not missing out on a decent opportunity for said money. I think all the
Right.
time, there's been situations where instead of a man, let's just say going to school to better himself, to get himself to the next level, instead of doing that, spending his money on that, he found a woman and ended up, dropping out of school because he wanted a relationship with her, or missing on a particular promotion because it's going to cause him to be away from his woman / his family more. I actually know of a few people that purposefully decided to not go to work on Christmas Day because they were worried about what their woman would say. So I agree on a standpoint of that being a boy mentality or an immature man mentality. On the flip side, yeah, I think all the time that men do fumble the bag or not pursue a particular opportunity because of what he's worried about his woman would say. And on the flip side, I'm on the side of Maul. It's like, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's the why. I think the why is you want to spend time with his girl, want to spend time with his family. So
Yeah, I
that
think
being
that.
said, go ahead.
I think it's important that a man simply stays on his purpose, regardless of what, if he's in a relationship or not. Um, so I think at the end of the day, so for me, I would stray away from calling the people boys, right? Because at the end of the, they're men. They just, they chose a different path, and they may have not had the proper guidance. That is what I like to look at it. Sometimes people don't have the proper guidance. Sometimes it could be common. What's common sense to one person may not be common sense to the next person.
I
And
agree.
again, I like to see. But the more that we spread this word out here that, you still stay on your grind, you still go out for your purpose, and hopefully the woman that you're with, she can help enhance, what I'm saying, and make things easier for you to reach your goal. And if it, if it helps you, then if it helps you, hopefully it'll help her as well. But you stay on your purpose and you stay within your frame.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the phrase, or when people say, what to say, common sense ain't common.
Mhm.
I think that's common sense ain't common. I'd say common sense is objective or subjective. I'm sorry, common sense is subjective, right? So, for instance, let's just, for example, Zoran Mamdani is talking about rent freeze in New York, right, and free buses in New York. So let's just go with the rent freeze. Common sense to a person that's paying rent would say, yeah, let's do a rent freeze, right? People would be all for that. Theoretically, people would all be all for that. On the flip side, what about the property owner there's hearing people aren't going to be paying rent for X amount of time. Common sense is subjective. Common sense in that situation, from their perspective, would be no, I don't want a rent freeze. Because how am I going to get my money?
So rent freeze meaning they're not paying rent, or rent freeze meaning that it's not going to be a increase in rent.
Let's see. Rent freeze meaning, because from what I've
paying
heard,
rent is crazy. Like, so like man, that's good.
Okay, I understood it wrong. My fault. It's about increasing.
Okay.
No, okay, cool. It's about increasing. So to that point as well, right? You don't want to rent. Okay, you're doing a rent freeze to where I'm not increasing rent, but you're increasing my property taxes.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Spaces.
Yeah.
And you was wondering, you said, what was the tenant, or not the tenants, the landlords doing with the money?
I agree. I still stand on that, because I think the amount that people are paying for rent is absolutely insane. But I'm just talking through the lens of, the common sense being subjective.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, all the time. I think all the time men do that. And unfortunately, a lot of men don't reach their full potential in their career or whatever their path is in life, because instead of focusing their money on their purpose, let's just say buying stocks, for example. Instead of buying stocks and investing in yourself that way, you spend that money on dates and gifts.
But shouldn't you have? But shouldn't I'm a piggy. But like Jerry, they say, I don't want to say they're little boys, but shouldn't, as you as an adult, know the wherewithal, the tool to go, like, that, oh, I need something for my future, I need something to help me build. So I could probably go on a date this week, but I ain't gonna take no more dates like that to put some more money in your stock account. And you get what I'm saying? Shouldn't you pick and choose like when you want to do this? You shouldn't be going on dates every weekend. Like, ain't that adulting you to say, oh, you probably need to chill out on the dates?
Oh, I agree. That's the way we think. That's the way we think.
But that's a mature way of thinking. That's the mature way of thinking.
I think it's different, right? So that's a mature way of thinking. The issue is, right, so we got a country that's trillions of dollars in debt, right? So clearly somebody's not thinking. It's different things where people aren't thinking mature of. I think what happens is that men in general want like the woman they're with, they want them to be happy, right? So a lot of times you just call pleasing your woman that you with, and you want them to be happy, and in doing so, you kind of lose yourself. And the issue is, to be honest, like the issue is that there's nothing particular that you can do to make her happy. Like, that's something that's going to be within her. So there's nothing that you can do that's going to make her happy. She probably smile for the moment or whatever, but there's nothing that you could possibly do to make her happy. Right? And I think men kind of get lost in that, because her past, her past issues, her past traumas or whatever, like, nigga, you're not finna. She's gonna have to overcome that before, and develop happiness on her own before you think you can enter and, try to help improve or help give her happiness. So, a lot of times I feel like men kind of get stuck in that, when you're trying to make a person happy, and so you taking time off your job, or you doing X, Y, and Z, and nigga, that shit don't be working.
Hey, man. Hey,
real quick. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear this? Did y'all hear it?
Yeah, yeah, we heard it.
Yeah, we
Okay, go ahead.
No, but
you got the bomb.
But like Jerry, they said, you can't make nobody happy. I ain't even gonna talk about no woman. They already got to be happy. You can just amplify it. Them with you just gonna amplify them being happy. But that's happiness comes with internal from yourself. You got to figure out everything you know about yourself and figure out yourself before you try to even amplify to help somebody be even more happy than what they really are. And that comes with wisdom and knowledge to know that. Because young men don't know that. Young men be like, oh, if I do this, I'll make her happy. She'll shut up. No, she ain't gonna never shut up, nigga. She's gonna be talking to the day you fucking die. And when you in the casket, she's gonna be telling you, you ain't take out the garbage, you ain't do this, get up, go do that. before you go to heaven.
Woo!
It is what it is. And it takes you it takes you a little while to learn that. And once you learn that, I promise you that's how happy marriages stay. Because it ain't nothing you can do. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Huh?
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Right.
Everything's bigger than Nino Brown.
They unstable creatures.
I used that phrase this week. Somebody got mad at me.
Unstable creatures.
It's over with.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's over with.
So then, let's see. In that case, it was something one of y'all said just now. The phrase "happy wife, happy life" comes to mind. Oh, it was something Maul said. Happy wife, happy life. The whole idea behind that, well, not the whole idea, but the practice behind that phrase is no matter what, make her happy. Do what you can to make her happy. If she's happy, then the whole house is happy.
No,
your whole life is happy. What'd you say?
No, the fuck is not. That's that old saying shit. Because I promise you I'm going to do some shit that make me happy. I'm going to go buy me a new gun. I'm going to go buy me a new bike. Buy me some more cologne. I'm going to do all that shit. I'm going to make myself happy. Trust and believe. What about you, Jay, every day?
Yeah, I mean, you know my thing. I love to travel. So,
Yeah.
you know, you can either get on board or whatever. But
yeah. Spaces, what about you?
Super facts.
Okay, so I'm trying to hear that shit. Well, motherfucker be talking. Motherfucker be talking all that other shit, talking about some, you know, I sacrificed this and I said, nigga, I'm going to sacrifice that, but I'm still going to make sure I'm happy. Trust and believe I got some money over here that I've been saving to go do something I want to do.
Sacrifice.
You come with me, or I go by myself. But I'm going to do what I wanted to do because I wanted to make me happy. And that's the money I put over there to go make me happy.
Yeah.
You know me and the word sacrifice. Sacrifice.
I'm not there. I sacrificed. I went to work and I paid these bills. But trust and believe, I'm going to go buy what I want to buy me too. I love shoes. Nigga, that's why I got a whole bunch of them. I need to go put these bitches up right now.
What do y'all think of this? David said it's happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, that's the deal. Because that's both of y'all. That's not just one person.
What you think, JVD?
I think it's cool. I mean, look, when you're in a relationship or you're married, it's always gonna be some ups and downs, right? It's gonna be peaks and valleys. So with that being said, it's not gonna be like a continuous line where or just straight highs. It'll never be that, right? Somebody's gonna do something that's gonna piss you off, and you know, you're gonna do something that's gonna piss them off or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's about, you know what I mean, finding that median. And you know what I mean, and controlling and finding that median. But everything isn't gonna be happy time.
Facts.
I was talking to one of my guys, and he was talking about how the pastor was talking about how he still adore his wife still adore him. And the pastor just was going on and on about the happy times. And I paused my homie. I say, hey, bro, that sounded good. But bro, this marriage shit is not about everybody gonna be happy all the fucking time. Because the pastor told the half truth right there. Because that's cool when y'all everything is going well and you doing both what each other say, and then when y'all got on each other nerves. But it's not gonna be like that every time.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you gonna say something, just a little bit of thing, gonna say something to probably piss her off. She gonna say the little bit of thing that's gonna piss you off. Now that time that you pissed off, that's the time you're gonna find out if you really love somebody or not. If you still wouldn't do what you signed up to do, even though you mad as hell. That's how you know you love someone, in my opinion.
And I would add to that, man. Chasing highs is akin to being on drugs.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, because you know me, I love a good crack analogy, right? Like, you consistently chasing that high, right, and then you're coming down. That crash is terrible. So you're gonna always consistently chase that high, bro. Like, you know, that's not a place that you want to be. I was told one time, and maybe it makes sense this year. It makes sense, but a person told me you never want to move to paradise. Does it make sense to you in this situation? You never want to move to paradise?
Because it don't become paradise. It becomes a
100%.
regular reality.
Right.
It's not paradise no more.
Exactly. So that
It's
means
not
you never
paradise.
want to say, you never want to just like, oh, this I'm in a place of ecstasy. That's not where you want to be at. Is it cool to come visit? Yeah, but let me come down. That's not what my median. That's not what my median is.
You know what I think about too? I keep trying to find the story, but I can't find it. It was basically about a story where it was a guy that was a gambler, and of course, when you're gambling, you always want to win, right? And it was somehow, some way, he entered into a reality where he was winning all the time, and after a while, he got bored of the fact that he was always winning. And that's what I view with the idea of paradise, right? With paradise, you get everything that you want in every single way, and you lose track of the fact that there are some highs and lows in life, highs and lows in relationships, highs and lows in dealing with people. And I think going back to what David said, it's happy spouse, happy house. I think that is something that works better than happy wife, happy life, but I believe it's happy king, happy kingdom.
So you just thinking the man should be happy, that's it.
No, it's happy king. Like it's not. It does sound like that, doesn't it? It's not intended to sound like that, but I mean, if the man is the one that is, has the sole responsibility of the house, then he should the house and the family. Then there should be some priority on his happiness.
I gotta disagree with you on that, because I think it should, I think I like the happy wife, happy spouse, and I think it's because of that, because I think you should be happy, which bleeds into your wife being happy, which that's the one who nurture your kids. So if your kids is nurtured and being happy, that means they talk properly. So if everybody's just focusing on you being happy and all that other stuff to make the kingdom happy, okay, what is your kids? What did they leave your kids and all your seeds and everything around you too, though? I think it's everybody. I think everybody should be on that. I don't think it's just one person that should be solely focused on. I think I like the happy spouse, happy house type thing.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't take much for a man to be happy anyway.
It's understandable, but still, I still would rather me a little bit of happiness, my wife a little bit of happiness, which will return, and my kid, my son being the best that he can be in the best version of himself, and seeing that. Not just them, everybody catering to me and making sure, I don't want that. I'm not selfish. I don't want that. I don't want all that on me.
And that's the thing. It won't be a whole lot on you because it doesn't take a whole lot to make you happy.
Understandable, but I still think happy house, happy spouse is way better to me than happy king, happy kingdom. Because that sounds like you're just focusing on the king, which is me, and I really don't give a fuck about what else going on around everybody else. All I'm doing is bringing money in, and I'm not trying to speak nothing to nobody, trying to up nobody or nothing like that. That's just what it sounds like to me.
JFD, what you think of my theory of happy king, happy kingdom?
I'm not opposed to that either. I think kingdom means I'm taking care of everything else, right? So that's how I look at it. Well, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, if that's how you look at it, that's fine.
Yeah. But also, that's your theory. I'm just telling you, if that's what you want to do and how you want to run yours, and it may be work perfectly. It may work perfect as hell. I'm just telling you just how I felt about it, whatnot like that. But I ain't gonna discourage you from it. Yeah, that's your thing.
One thing I think about real quick is that, like when I was younger, like wasn't my first out of town experience, but let's say when I first went out to like Florida, right? And Florida, and I went out to Orlando, and Orlando was real nice and kind of tropical, kind of subtropical. And I was like, man, I never want to leave this place. You know what I mean? As a kid, you have this, and you're going to Disney and you're going to Universal Studios, and you had this idea, man, it's nice out here. I never want to leave this place. And then I come back eventually. I come back a few more times, and I still felt the same way. But then I came back as an adult, and as an adult, shit is expensive. As an adult, nigga, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Hurricanes. I'm getting real irritated. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. You never want to move to paradise because you never know. Like at the end of the day, hopefully that that resonates with somebody.
1,000%. That sounds hilarious because like common sense is subjective, right?
Right.
So look at this. Davi says Space is a simp, low key. I think you
That's how
muted.
you. That's how you gotta do, man. You gotta just keep laughing, man. They'll be all right.
Ma, you said something. You muted.
No, I say that's between spaces and motherfucker Davi. I ain't getting that.
Yeah, you just keep laughing, man.
And Cultivate said, "Dang, why a simp?" Davi said, "Because he looked like he buying on the low."
You buying on the low space.
Said spaces out here buying pussy.
If you know spaces like we know spaces, motherfucker can't get $3 out of space.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. That's a
You know
fact.
spaces can't
That's a
get $3 out this man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, Jerry, Andy gonna take some extra chicken. Fuck you talking.
You feel me? Hey, this was on the podcast, so I'm gonna say it because it's on the podcast. You gotta look back into the archives, nigga. I'm gonna say it. It's funny, nigga. If the light bill was $37 when I got there, and it's $40 now, I'm giving you them $3. I was on the podcast. That shit was hilarious.
Hey, tell them what. Hey, it's an insider, so you go do your own research and figure out what we're talking about.
You gotta go watch the previous podcast.
That's in the back end. That's way back in the day.
That was fucking hilarious. I've never heard no shit like that. Talking about space and coochie? Nah. He ain't
You're
giving
not going. You're not going.
ain't gonna give it to you all in quarters.
Yeah, he's not going. He's not going. He's not going. He's not going. He's not going.
Oh, my eyes burning now.
He's not going. He's not going.
This is so crazy, bro. Look at this. Look at this. What Cultivate asked. Space white.
Hey man, I mind my business, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. People ask me that too. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I mean, I mind my business, man.
Ooh, man.
And I gave y'all hints on this pod way a lot of times before of what color space is really like.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Okay, so Cultivate asked, Spacey, why don't you take the Noki podcast on TikTok? It's a work in progress. Listen, this editing thing, if you notice on our previous videos, there's been normally I aim to post one video every day. Well, I'm kicking it up to 2 videos and probably 3 because there's so much stuff to edit and get posted. Listen, that stuff takes so much time. Like if let's just say we have like an hour segment, right? Because we've done that before. Getting that edited, and before we had to edit certain stuff out, we're pretty good with not having to do that. And they're editing different graphics or different images that we need to add into just for visuals. Once that gets done and the rendering, that alone takes 30 minutes to render. And then you got to get the hashtags and make the thumbnail. It's just a work in progress. But we have goals to reach this year, so we're gonna amp it up. But in the meantime, thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. We're having some great conversation over here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. There's some great clips in this motherfucker. This podcast right here, some great clips.
All right. Oh man, so this is something that Ma actually sent to us a while ago, and I've been meaning to post to talk about it and bring it to the live stream. Oh man, so we're going to get into the more serious stuff now. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Let me take this off. All right.
Damn. Do it again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, Myron does that. Yep. So what? Who else? What? What's that mean?
Billy DJ Big Chill, bitch.
What that boy say?
Hey, Hey, reload this place right here.
Damn.
Do it again.
Oh my Grady did. Oh my Grady. Why are we not good? Yep. So what? Who else? So who else? What?
Oh
What's
man,
that mean?
But let this that bitch chill, but
what that boy say?
nah, let this that bitch chill.
Go.
Be chilling.
What that bitch? What the
Hey,
fuck? Nigga, what grade is this? What that? Oh, man. No Sirski. No Sirski. Hopefully he knocks some sense into that young man here. Go ahead, man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. What's your question, Mom? Man, you already know what I'm finna say based off that shit right there. That boy, that boy reading that book. What that book? Boy say yabba dabba do. Go ahead, man. What's the question?
My question is like, right, with that kid being in handcuffs and already like that, is it ever okay for an officer to act in that manner and do that?
Hey, boy, my son better not ever be put in a position where the officer has to act in that manner. You see what I'm saying? You know, first of all, you act accordingly, right? You act accordingly. See, the thing is about these little rambunctious ass kids. You know what I'm saying? Because when these kids is taking off on the teachers and shit, don't nobody got much to say. And then when some authority come in this bitch, and you know what I'm saying, you want to kind of snatch away from the officer. That's what happened. It looked like, nigga, you kind of used your force. You know what I'm saying? You used your force and you slammed your goofy ass up into the wall of the locker. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what were you doing to even get put in handcuffs? You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't know the complete story. Stay the fuck out of the police. I'm a firm believer. Stay out of the police face. Stay out their way. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on
As
that.
a
I agree
kid,
on that. I agree on that all day. I don't
stay
want
out
nothing to deal with you.
stay out their way. You see
I
what I'm
don't want nothing
saying?
to do with you because I don't want to be put in those situations neither. I don't want
Right.
nothing to do with you at all. Go
Right.
ahead, Space.
That was my question. Just exactly what Jerry Day said. Like, what is going on?
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh, my grandkid.
That motherfucker, hey, the way every day,
Jay every day is his name.
the way Jay
My
every
boy
day,
Marcus hit it. My boy Marcus Hill with it.
the way Jay every day keeps saying that shit. All I keep picturing in my head is Fat Albert with mush mouth.
Yeah, that's the weeble wobble weeble ass
Yeah,
singer,
that's what I'm
man.
saying. That's the only thing I keep picturing.
Oh man.
Oh man, it's just I just had so many questions. I don't know. I mean, after the child or anybody is already in handcuffs, you see something like that, you think, okay, you're doing too much. He's in handcuffs. He's restrained. He's not going to run away from you. He can't hit you. He can't hurt you unless he do like a headbutt or something like that. There's not a whole lot that they can do to you while they're in handcuffs. My question was all at the same time was, what did he do? Well, how did he get to this point? Like,
Yeah,
just
habitual
off the
line
strength
stuff.
of him slamming them against the wall that hard to where it looked like he fainted. Of course, we see that. Yes, that was, to me, was too much. Like, you could have slammed him against the wall to where it wasn't that hard, right? You could show him that you're under control, that you're in control of the situation. But
It was mixed force, though. I feel like he was pulling, the young boy was pulling himself, and then the officer kind of pushed him, thus making it, you know what I'm saying? Because this is how he hit his head into the locker. Then, I mean, the fuck is you pulling away for anyway?
it's true.
What you pulling? Look, man, look, these little motherfucking kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look, God forbid it's one of my kids. Maybe I'll think differently if the shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Well, I feel like my kids got enough wherewithal and just enough quote unquote common sense to stay out of the way of the police, right? Because we don't want situations like this to even happen, right? And ain't no telling, you get these same little motherfucking kids. They cause a lot of problems for other children in school. First of all, you're supposed to be in school learning. Right, this is what we send you up here to do, learning, not to be in anybody's handcuffs, right? So you might be a habitual problem causer. You're probably always causing problems. And yeah, I get it. Like shit, at the end of the day, police are human. You know, and I'm not saying necessarily roughhousing is, you know, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that was necessarily called for. But I think also with that young boy kind of pulling himself and then the officer kind of pushing him, it made for like, hey, nigga look like he got knocked out. Out of the game, B. Because these be the same little niggas on the street, you know what I'm saying, shooting at people and robbing old folks and robbing people. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, when Tay-Tay wasn't bad. Right? Tay-Tay wasn't. Yeah, yes, Tay-Tay was bad. That boy was. Yeah.
Yeah, man, because a lot of there can be any number of things to where that could cause this whole situation. Where was it just a fight? Did he spit on a police officer? Did he hit him, or did he swing at the police officer before he put him in handcuffs? Was he doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing with some girls in the bathroom, and it caused him to put him in hand? Like, I don't know what. Like, there's a whole lot of different things. So, you know, the emotional side of us, or the, you know, the I guess you could say sympathetic side is like, no, that's too much. You're doing too much. The boy fainted when you slammed him against the wall. There's things that led up to this, right? So let me check I wanted to check the comments.
Ultra. Play the video game too.
If he was acting right, he wouldn't be cuffed, just like Jay Everyday just said. So y'all act tough, then get roughed up, and now it's a problem. This is why they don't want no phones in the school. Okay, maybe it has something to do with the phone. Like, oh no, for the recording.
Yeah.
He was already cuffed. That was completely unnecessary. Okay. So satisfying to watch. Is crazy. Stop resisting. Okay. So
like you can play the video again, bro.
Some people are indifferent. Some people are saying too much. Let's see. Let me bring this back up. Coach Vay said, oh no, David, sorry. This is the first time I hear take someone else's side that's not the police. Who's he? I don't know who you mean. Who you mean, David?
Play the video again.
Play the video again? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me move this out of the way. Hold up.
Green bit.
Green bit.
Damn.
Do it again.
Oh my granny bit.
Oh my granny bit.
Why are we not dead? Get out the hallway.
So what? Who else? What? What's that mean?
Billy did that bitch here, but nah, did that bitch here. Green bit.
Green bit. Where these niggas from?
So the mother is speaking out. Let me put us up here.
And now she wants some money.
Put us on the side. There we go. Mother speaking out after her son was allegedly slammed against the wall by a school resource officer at Horn High School in Mesquite, leaving him unconscious while handcuffed.
Texas.
Huh?
No, it said Mesquite, so I'm figuring this is Texas.
Oh. She says she has filed a complaint and is pressing charges and is now waiting for a response from a sergeant in internal affairs.
Oh my goodness. A little bit.
He said, oh, he's talking about me.
Oh, okay. He's saying you're taking the side of the young man instead of the police.
I'm not necessarily taking anyone's side. I'm just on the side of what happened. I'm on the side of something had to be going on for him to be handcuffed. So what did he do to be handcuffed? So I'm not necessarily taking his side or the boy's side. What's going on here? But when it comes down to it, you are in handcuffs and you clearly have a certain attitude towards the police to not just be walking and going to wherever y'all were going to. You pulling away from them, trying to act tough in front of your high school friends. Cultivate said, "Buddy behind the camera must be off that powder." His mouth was numb. Mal, did you? I don't think you said what your thoughts were.
Muted, bro.
I'm listening to both of y'all, and I think both of y'all got valid points and everything y'all said. But to me, just because I got a teenage son, it's just hard to watch. Like as a young man is handcuffed, and you got a son, and he's slammed into the wall. Like I understand he's pulling away, he's doing all that other stuff he's doing, but like that kid could have really got some real serious damage done to him. Like if his head was down like another inch or two, I understand it, but like it's just hard for me to watch because he's handcuffed. Like, he can't do anything. Even if he's pulling away, he's doing whatever he's doing. Only thing I can see you kind of like slamming him or moving his head away is if he kind of spit on you or something. Like that's different. But I get what both of y'all coming from. I get both sentiments. I have no pushback on nothing y'all said. But it's just to me, as I got a teenage son, it's hard for me to watch. And I'm like on the sentiment of every day, like too, like I didn't think about that. It's like, nigga, if you teach your kids how to act and all this other stuff, they wouldn't act like that. Like a lot of it got to do with us teaching too. Like we gotta have some responsibility on some of these parents too. Like you gotta teach your kids. You're a child. You're not an adult. I always tell my son, you got some action or beef with an adult, come get me and your mama. We got that. We gonna handle it. You be mild-mannered, you still be mild-mannered and all that stuff, but you call us immediately. And I guarantee you, we coming. But you don't take it in your own hands because you're not old enough. You be mild-mannered. I ain't sit up here and say, let a motherfucker just do any and everything they want to do to you, no. But just be mild-mannered and come get your mother and your father. But I do agree with what y'all said, but it's just, to me, it's hard to watch. Because I got a teenage son that's probably like around the same age as him, and he's in high school and all this other stuff, and just for a cop just to like slam him against the wall with like some force, shorty got to be like a buck 50, a buck 45, probably at the most. He was a skinny kid. I really could have fucked him up. But like I say, I understand and I agree with both what you and Jerry they say. I have no pushback from none one of y'all said. Like what all happened, need some more information and all that stuff too. But it's just, to me, I was looking at it from the form of he's in handcuffs already. Sometimes it's just like, bro, let a motherfucker act a fool. You done acting a fool? Come on, let's go. It still ain't gonna get you out of the handcuffs. You feel me? So, but that just was my only sentiment. It's just like I looked at it as a father, like, damn, bro. Like you trying to send a motherfucker to jail. As a father, you see that happen to your son on video, bro. You trying to send a nigga to jail for real. I'm really going to jail.
Right,
Yeah,
but I would also just, if you know your son is this type, right? You see, you have a son that's not that type.
Yeah.
So, but as a father, if this is finna send you to jail, you should have been turned up as a father and made sure your child isn't even acting up like that, where he's in a position to be put. This isn't just like some random good kid, you know what I'm saying? I would assume this isn't just some random good kid, you know what I mean? This nigga is on the computer, you know, taking this little test, and police snatch him up, yoke him up, and slam him against the wall. He's clearly into something, right? The fact that you have all these other people, you know, acting like they're gonna do something, you know what I'm saying? Those guys acting like they're gonna do something, like, you know, as a father, I get it. Like, I wouldn't want my son to go through that, right? But again, you got to be mindful, man, and 'cause that's one thing. Like, and yeah, the police officer, and it could be very well some consequences behind what he did. The police officer did, but at the end of the day, like the streets are gonna treat you worse than that. Streets will slam you and keep slamming you into that motherfucker.
Hey, I always tell, it's a saying that my mother always told me, and my elders always tell me, I'm trying to save you from discipline from the streets because I love you, they don't.
Right.
So I'm doing you like this and I love you. So imagine what they're going to do to you and they don't love you and they don't give two shits about you. So I'm trying to save that. I don't want the streets to discipline you. I'm going to discipline you so the streets don't have to. That's what I was always told as a shorty.
And that's fast because the streets would have left him in a pile of his own blood.
Yes, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even think about that comparison for sure. I think, you know what I think it's unfortunately the climate for a lot of people as it pertains to the police is not a level of respect, right? And unfortunately, that didn't work out for him this time. I would, based off of how he's acting, I would say that he doesn't have a level of respect for the police. Now, I pulled this up because I just wanted to, I don't know, yeah.
Hey, another thing too, those spaces, I think the internet helped and hurt with the interactions with the police. I think it hurt because people, like back in the day, we always like, man, let the police do what they want to do. Shut the fuck up. Don't be slick talking and shit back in the day. This new generation have got so many of these auditors doing all this stuff, talking about you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, and all this other stuff, what gets you in more trouble. You feel me? So it kind of helped of showing what the police have done and how they've been abusing us, but it also hurt at the same time because now you open your mouth a little too much and now they're going a little bit too far. So that's why I always say the internet helped and hurt. But it hurt in this situation. I don't know if it helped for the good. It helped for the good, or it hurt from the ultra worse. I don't know how to really put this one, because you need the camera on them to show them what they're doing. But also, it's like y'all done start watching these clips and these audit videos, and I'll be like, bro, I understand some of it, but I'm like, bro, why you want them problems? Why you want to go spin in court and do all this stuff? And what's up, Sister Everyday? And it's a good chance that the judge might side on them. So now you didn't waste all this money, got your car towed, and spent all this money, and it still go through, and it's still like what the fuck is the problem?
Now here's a genuine question. Cultivate said this new generation don't want their freedom or to be alive, and it's so sad. So here's a legitimate question, right? So what's the difference in what we just saw in that video and something similar happening in them playing sports? Because people occur, significant injuries from neck to the head and all that stuff, boxing, wrestling, football. They get some serious injuries playing football constantly versus, this one interaction with the police officer. Like, why is this so difficult to accept? And then, again, this is a genuine question. Difficult to accept for the police officer doing it as a response to bad behavior versus putting them in the way of it in sports.
Because I thought police was supposed to be there to protect you and supposed to help. Police is not first response, is not there to cause you any conflict or harm. You call the police to help. You signed up for a combat sport or football like that. You signed up for that. You know what's going to come with that. When you call the police, you don't think that they're going to do something like that to you. That's just my opinion, my quick opinion, without even really thinking about everything you just said. But that's just what I just came across right there. Jerry Day?
I don't really. I want to say I don't really understand the comparison, really. So that's kind of really where I'm at. I think the police are there to, and it's what they said to serve and protect. But if you're a person that's out of line, they're definitely gonna, kind of try to get you back in line, so to speak, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. So I can't really comment because I'm not really grasping the comparison.
Well, I was talking about that stutter was crazy. I was talking about the idea of him possibly being injured. So solely from the idea of possibly being injured.
Oh, from the sports, okay, so you're saying football, but even in football, you're gonna have things to protect you, right? So you got your helmet, you got your shoulder pads and stuff like that. In this situation, he had nothing, and you got his hands behind his back. So again, I'm not excusing. I don't want to seem like I'm excusing, what the police did, but it's also like sometimes, man, these kids be way out of line, and then like, dude, anything could have happened. We don't know the prior story to this. This is just a short little clip, and for him to even be getting arrested, we don't know why. So.
All right, that's all I have for that. I think you guys said everything you have to say now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for kicking with us. Make sure you hit the like button, share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. So I know you guys know we had to, well, we don't have to, but It's a hot topic right now, right? So there was a shooting in Minneapolis of an ICE agent
Yeah, watch that
to to a woman in the car. She was a protester, anti-ICE protester, and I'm sure we've all seen different kind of clips. I know I've purposefully gotten different angles from it just to get as much of an opinion about it as I can. So let's see. I'm gonna go with this particular. I'll go with this. There's because I have 3 videos that I want to play. Then I have another video that I have a different question about this overall same conversation. But I'm just going to play this one for now. Right here.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Whoa.
Good.
crazy work.
Okay, there's one angle, and let me see if this is the other one. So this is another angle from it, just to help us with a little bit of context. All right. So if this is the angle from a camera on from someone's house.
Fatal encounter. A warning, it is disturbing. Now, as the vehicle passes, you can see the dark-colored SUV driven by Renee Nicole Good. That's on the right there in the back. The surveillance video taken by a home nearby. Agents can be seen milling about near the vehicle, then converging on it. And then you see right there the SUV begins to move, and that's when the shots are fired. Well, prior to this, the video shows the SUV had been stationary and sideways across the road like that for about 3 minutes. The reason for that is unclear. Trump administration officials said Good was trying to run over one of the officers who shot her, they say, in self-defense. But state and local officials dispute that, and many of the eyewitnesses who spoke to CNN say it looked like she was trying to get away.
Yeah, so the man who shot her had been on the driver's side previously, and the man pulling on the door was obviously on the driver's side. She turned her wheel, she backed up and turned her wheels away from them to drive down the road. Like she was perpendicular, backed up, and drove like that.
Okay, so let me change this.
Perpendicular vehicular homicide.
So, question for you guys, and I'm going to pull up another angle, at some point in the conversation. Just what are your general thoughts? You think the ICE officer did too much? You think it was justified? You think he could have been around the other side of the car? What do you think?
Man, shit like this happen every day, B. This shit happens in the hood often. I personally, something like this happened to a family member of mine some years ago, like 15 years ago, where he got shot. They say he was trying to run over the police. So, I mean, when I watched all the angles from there, clearly, like, all that stuff, like, if you're a police officer or ICE agent, all that stepping in front of cars shit, that to me is stupid. The fuck is you stepping in front of the car for? And then when somebody hit the gas, well, they was trying to run them over. Move the fuck out the way. Like, because at the end of the day, like, this person is a U.S. citizen, and wasn't much. It was like, what were you gonna do? Like, were you gonna detain them? It wasn't much you could really do with this person, because that's not even really your jurisdiction. Like it wasn't like you could, oh, well, I'm gonna send them I'm gonna arrest them and I'm gonna send them to jail or whatever. You couldn't even really do that. So I think it was a battle. It was some ego things. I heard they were like they were lesbians, not, but that came out. So now that's a big issue. Um, but again, things like this happen in black neighborhoods all the time, where they claim, what I'm saying, they claim people are getting, the police is about to get ran over, and then they let off some shots, and then it's justified. So we're gonna call, but I think now it's different because this happened to a white woman ultimately. Had that been a black woman, I don't even know if you had people really coming out and saying things to her defense, for her defense, because again, these things happen, and we've seen it happen. And they use things like this as kind of a cop out. So, that's my opinion so far.
I really kind of didn't really want to talk about this because it's like a lot of people gonna say, oh, it was justified. It all depends on what side you really stand on the fence with this, if you're gonna feel justified or not. So my thoughts was I was gonna keep them to myself and say, man, look, this unfortunately, rest in peace to that lady. Prayers out to her family or whatnot like that. I really ain't got nothing really to say about
it. I think when I heard about this, I didn't like the fact that a lot of news stations or whatever it is on the right, the Republican, Trump supporter, Trump administration people or whatever, I didn't like the fact that they were phrasing this in a way that they said, woman ran ICE agent over. That I don't like. And, I see that on both sides, but I don't like. This is why I'm a stickler for words. This is why I try to use as best I can, try to use words in their proper context. Because when I hear ran over, I'm thinking she ran over the bottom of the tires went over his body.
Right.
So that's definitely some media propaganda that I had a big issue with because at best, she hit him with her car. Now, I also didn't like the fact that, I understand where some people come from and say like he could have been around the corner or whatever. I'm not arguing that or one way or the other. My thought process really is I have a whole lot of different thoughts, but I just think at first I thought this is my first thought. When I first saw this video, I was like, the ICE agent was wrong. The ICE agent was wrong. He should not have shot her by any means, especially considering one of the other guys, the from a different angle, maybe while y'all talking about at some point, he had his one hand on the handle of the door, which the door was locked, but he had his other hand in the car trying to unlock the door. And it's a part of their, the police practices to try to do that if they, if they can get in the car, whatever. So from that angle, it was a cell phone angle. When they were on the sidewalk, I was like, he shouldn't have done that. Now, when I see that it was someone did a full-on breakdown that I watched, and with him being on the driver's side of the car, her wheels they did a zoom in on the wheels. Her wheels were turned towards the left, which would be in his direction. You see the wheels spin, but she couldn't go forward because the wheels were like stuck on ice. They slipped on ice. So had she had traction, she would have actually full on hit him. But I also see where people coming from when they say she was just trying to get away. Either way, I just think it's a crazy situation. And, the theory is she was blocking ICE from getting down the street or whatever the case. And the guy in the video just now, the CNN clip said she had been there for her car had been parked horizontally on the street for like 3 minutes beforehand.
Didn't she stay there? Did she stay on that block or something like that? They said, if I'm not mistaken.
As far as I know, I don't know. I don't know where she stayed, but what people were saying, which I didn't know to be true until I got more information about it. She's a professional ICE agitator. Like she goes around different places. Huh?
That's real. That's real.
Okay, so I haven't seen that myself, but there's stickers on the back of her car that would corroborate the idea of her being a professional ICE agitator. It's like if I can find the video, it's somebody breaking down what the stickers represent. So I don't like Rob. What's up, Rob? He says spaces don't believe everything you hear. I'm not believing that one way or the other. I'm just taking it in for information because a lot of times, just like what I was saying before, people will.
Rob, what's going on? My bad.
What up, bro?
I was just saying, Rob, what up? I was telling Rob, what up?
Yeah, so people will put together some stories to try to besmirch somebody's character to make them look bad. So I don't take that until I see her in multiple different videos, which I haven't seen yet, agitating ICE. Then I just take that with a grain of salt if somebody is saying something. But as far as I know, from what I'm hearing, it's a part of their practice. Like if you feel that your life is in danger in a situation like that, then you have the right to use deadly force to protect yourself.
But that's
I'm sorry, real quick. Was she outside the car? Was that the same woman outside the car?
No, the one that got shot was always in the car. There was another woman outside of the car who was her wife.
Right. So if they're agitators in general, I'm assuming they're both agitators. Why didn't you try to arrest the wife or whatever that y'all was trying to do? You see what I'm saying? Like the wife, you allowed the person to get in the car, the other person to get in the car, but now you got ICE agents trying to attempt to, reach in and unlock the door. It's just not making sense.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying the wife, she's up there, she's calling him, you need to get some lunch or fat ass or whatever the fuck, they allow her to get back in the car. If they was such a problem, that was the time right there. Let me yoke you on up. I don't know. This is just weird. And again, I don't understand what the police or ICE agents are doing in front of the car anyway. Like, that's your dumb ass fault. I promise you, you get even as the police. Is that standard police practice? Like standing in front of the car?
They never do no shit like that.
Like standing in front of the car. Like, nigga, this is a vehicle. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can be used as a weapon. So why would you even want to endanger yourself like that? That's ridiculous.
That's not the R word you wanted to use. So let's see here.
To me though, from this whole situation too, just to piggyback, I kind of agree with a lot of what both of y'all said, but it just needs some rules need to be set. Ain't no rules. It's the wild, wild west out there for them doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And if you start putting some rules and laws, and motherfuckers start following rules and laws, what they supposed to follow, well, none of this shit be happening. Ain't nobody following no rules. Motherfuckers out here doing what the fuck they want to do. And that's the problem.
Well, that's one of the arguments that people have against her because they say she was breaking the law by impeding upon ICE investigations.
Everybody needs to be held accountable. If you're impeding and doing what you shouldn't be doing, they should be held accountable. If ICE agents is out here doing some shit that they shouldn't be doing and just running down on people, they should be held accountable too. It shouldn't be just one way or the other. Both need to be held accountable if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
So let's see. This is what I was talking about when I saw the zoom in of the tires while the agent was in front of the car. So let me go back a little bit.
Flee. Now I'm a criminal. Now it's a police chase. Now it's come on. And it's interesting. It's again how we're all seeing the same footage, but all saying different things. I really hope this video and slowing that down in the beginning really highlights like, hey, there's some context to this, and it's clear. Oh,
so this is the now watch the wheel. I'm gonna make it a little bit. Here we go. Watch her wheels. So you see him in front of the car.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the side of the car.
The wheel was spinning at that.
Oh, the other guy in front. Yeah.
Just listen to the cop.
Right, the wheel is spinning though. Nigga, move. You gonna
hold on. Is the lady who is the lady looking at while her wheels are spinning?
Probably the dude to the left who's trying to get in the car.
Which was looking at the dude, so she's trying to. She didn't even probably see the cop right there. See, that's why I didn't want to talk about this, because people like to pick and choose and not be the whole context of what's supposed to be said. Like, if she's looking at the cop that's pulling on the door, how does she know there's another cop in front of her car?
You muted.
My fault, because I'm trying to. I don't know if my audio comes through while I'm muted, so I'm pulling up the angle models. Well, a different angle where we might have seen who.
Yeah.
Now, it's Beauty said her wife. What do you mean her wife?
It's something I said earlier.
Let me see. So many tabs.
To me, that's not a when you're looking at, looking for, like, if you see somebody's wheel spinning and you're in front of a car, your automatic response, to me, that's not an automatic response of like, let me shoot this person. To me, a response is let me get out the way.
Oh, no, she was looking straight. She saw him. Let's see. Because when she started turning right before the whole incident happened. All right, I'm gonna go back. So right here is her wife right here. And you can even hear her wife encouraging her to speed off, but that doesn't matter.
Have some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Why didn't they get hurt then?
Out of the car.
You see? He's in front of the car. She's looking in his direction.
How do we know that's what I'm saying? We can't keep going like this. If you don't have multiple angles of multiple things showing at the same time, how do we know the wheels are spinning at this point in time too, though? It is hard, and I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but it's like, if you're going to be nitpicky and other people are going to be nitpicky, how do we know all this stuff is true? We're trying to nitpick and nitpick this and nitpick that and go angles and be investigators. Well, no, niggas is just niggas on YouTube. That's all. That's what this is. It's niggas on YouTube.
Why can't we talk about it?
I didn't say we couldn't talk about it, but I'm saying when you're trying to nitpick to say, oh, this was doing this happened. This is when this has happened. How the hell do you know?
Maybe because he heard the engine revving.
You're right. That's why I didn't want to talk about this, man. This is exactly why you're going to drag me to shit. And I really didn't want to talk about this shit, because that's what's going to happen. It's whatever side you're on, that's what side you're going to lean to say if they were right or wrong or not. It ain't nobody having no clear mind and no clear objective of what's going on or what's happening, or trying to figure out how can we prevent this from happening in the future. It's just that somebody's trying to pick a side and saying my side is winning, they side is wrong, they ruthless, they the domestic terrorists, they this, they that. That's what's going on right here. It's all.
100% approve that message.
That's all that's happened. It's for somebody else to call somebody else's side is winning and somebody else's side is losing. That's why I really didn't want to give my thing on it, because it's going, bro, if you're a Republican and you're for Trump and you're for ICE, you're agreeing. I don't give a fuck if you saw everything that fucking happened. You're agreeing that the ICE agents was totally right. If you're against all this shit from the beginning and from the jump, you're going to say this shit was totally wrong. He killed her. Point blank, period. It ain't nobody looking at this shit with an objective eye, not whatsoever. Nobody. That's why it's best sometimes to keep your opinions to yourself.
People say things, and I go and research it for myself, and I see if, just like just now, you said she wasn't looking in his direction. I went to the video and see if she was looking in his direction, and she was. She saw him. Now, here's a question that nobody's really answering.
Okay.
When the ICE agent told her to get out of the car, why didn't she do it?
I don't know about that.
I can't justify. I mean, again, I can't justify loss of life at the end of the day in regards to that. I don't think that was justified. Regardless of what they got going on there, sexual orientation. Because I feel like I don't know why they came out the blue. Like they was like, oh well, shit, she's married to so like okay. So I don't know. I don't know. I just can't really justify loss of life in that situation. And then on top of that, because I'm not sure if you're talking space, you are on mute. But on top of that, I like to add is that this type of things, this happens all the time, and then they're using verbiage as if she ran him over, right? Or she even attempted to run him over. Didn't you already had shot her before the shit. I mean, regardless if the wheels were spinning or not, you already shot her. That was it.
So she didn't have to. That's not true. When in that situation, she was supposed to get out of the car.
Is it so this when they tell you got the car, you gotta get the car?
Now
on one pretense, like what did she do?
So let's see. Because I went straight to Google for it, right? So I ask I asked open-ended questions. Whether you have to get out of your car for ICE, immigration, customs enforcement stop depends on the situation and your rights. Officers can order you out of the car for your safety, but you can ask why. So yes, she had to get out of the car.
All right, read it again though. I'm sorry, I was trying to. Could you read that part again?
I'm gonna pull it up again. So I asked, do you have to get out of your car for ICE? It says whether you have to get out of your car for an ICE stop depends on the situation and your rights. Officers can order you out of the car for safety, but you can ask why. And while federal officers have broad authority in public spaces like cars, you should know your rights and ask if you're free to go before exiting. This is a mute argument right here. Like it crazy.
Even without the driver, why didn't they detain the other lady? The other lady's out the car.
Because I don't know that's a good question, but I don't know if they knew.
She's the one agitating. She's the one outside the car.
But I'm just trying to answer the question. I'm not taking sides of one way or the other. I'm just speaking through the lens of I don't know if they knew who those two people were. All they see is a car that's in the middle of the street that's infringing upon their investigation. They're trying to get that car out of the way.
Thought she was a known agitator.
But I don't know if those particular agents knew. This information, as far as I know, came out afterwards.
Right. Well, see, that's the problem. If everybody online knows that she's a known agitator, but then these agents don't know that she's a known, I don't know. That sounds strange. But again, why? If you had one person outside the car, and then why wasn't any attempt for them to detain her? To me, it just sounds strange. Oh, this whole debacle is strange.
Yeah, I get you. Let me see if I can pull up that other video about the sticker because it's running short on time. I guess so.
Dang, man, I ain't never stuck up for no lesbian. That's crazy.
What do you say?
Hey, man, shut up, bro. He never stuck up for no lesbian. Oh, shit, man.
So, hey, first time for everything.
Yeah, he said he never stuck up for no lesbian. He got him up here sticking up for lesbian.
Sticking up for lesbian lady, man. Because I felt like that was the fact that they even brought up that she was lesbian. That shit ain't had nothing to do with nothing.
No, it's just human. It's a human life, and it's an American. It's American human life that was killed by an agent. That's the big thing right there. Killed, homicide, or whatever, self-defense. That's the big thing that we need to all be talking about. But we sitting up here trying to say that this shit was justified and all this other shit not, and you trying to go about your side. That's the shit that's why I want to talk about it with. Because motherfuckers don't like to be real.
She had one of the stickers on her. Maybe I need to do it this way. One of the stickers on her car said, "I like my ice crushed."
Crazy. It's also even for all this, man. What's happening with that $250 million that was stolen out of Minnesota? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like I feel like shit like this, little shit like this happens, and there's bigger shit going on.
Facts. Speak on it.
Because all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Now you're shooting citizens. It was all of a sudden now you're shooting citizens. Like I feel like I'm pretty sure there's been more people taken off from the police and all this shit just happened to be caught on tape. But I'm pretty sure this shit happens all the time. This couldn't have been the first time. But all of a sudden, once we had this story break out in Minnesota, how people are finessing the government out there, now all of a sudden y'all shooting the citizens in Minnesota. I feel like it's something strange, something bigger than this is going on, man. Y'all doing some other shit. Yeah.
Now, that's a good question. Like we're talking about all of this, I'm thinking like what is going on behind the scenes?
Yeah,
that is a distraction from us. This is a distraction for us. Yes. I'll just put it this way. I'll just play it this way. And we can close out with this. I did have another video, but we're short on time. So where'd it go? Here it is. All right. So this is the breakdown of the stickers on her car. Shout out to Angry Man.
New evidence showing the window decals on her back window leads more into the case. In the videos, you can clearly see that there are decals on both sides of the window here and on the right side as well, but they're fairly blurry in the video. However, new photographs have been taken of the car much closer, showing the insightful decals on the back window, displaying Renee's character. On the right side, you have the hammer and sickle for communism. You have the resist fist, release the Epstein files, women's rule. Again, these aren't too terrible.
So already off the rip, got a freaking communist sticker, a resist sticker. But watch this.
Verbally
What the heck?
Is it
delayed?
They just stopped. Well, I'm assuming they saying because she had these stickers, it was what? It was justified. Muted again, no.
I gotta close some of these tabs. My audio is messing up. It's I don't know. Anyway, but I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I'm assuming are they trying to say because she had these stickers, it's kind of justified. Like this was the type of person that she is because she had these stickers. Like she's out killing ICE agents or something. Like this is her MO. She sees ICE agents and she tries to run them over.
Okay, so what are we gonna say the same thing? We start looking at all ICE cars and looking at all their bumper stickers that they got on their cars. What does that have to do with anything? The fact that the woman is still dead. I don't get it. I really don't get what her bumper stickers got to do with anything. I don't understand it.
Well, it was speaking to her character as what they were saying about her being a professional ICE agitator. So if ICE agents have certain things against America, like stickers and paraphernalia on their car in their life that is against America, then hold them accountable for it.
Hey, y'all could have been. I mean, if this is the issue in regards to her, then why didn't y'all pull over or I mean, just anything before this happened? If this is the issue. She, you know what I'm saying? They kill her, and now all of a sudden it's like, she got bumper stickers that said, you know what I mean? I like my ice crushed. What the fuck? What? I see crazy ass bumper stickers every day. Give a fuck.
Flags,
right?
Confederate flags all over the place, all over type of shit.
They got Ford pissing on Chevy. You know what I'm saying? They got Chevy pissing on Ford.
That's the fact. Like, this is crazy, man. This is really like loony, bro. That they nitpicking like stuff like this. Like, this is crazy, man.
Comes down to they make their justifications off bumper stickers.
No, what? So what if? And I'm sure that there's some evidence and video evidence out there of her being at other protests. So if they base her character off of actually being at these other protests, would that make a difference? We're not looking at that point. We wouldn't be looking at the stickers. We'd be looking at her actual behavior.
Until then, we're basing it off bumper stickers. Until then. So if her actual, and even then, her actual behavior, she hasn't caused harm to anybody. All right. People can say intent, but she hasn't. The only reason I'm assuming she was trying to take off is because you're trying to get in the car. But you weren't trying to get the other person, the wife or whatever she was. You wasn't trying to detain her, the person outside the car. Well, again, I can't really condone the loss of life in this situation. That's just where I'm at until I see, maybe some other evidence. But right now, that's where I'm kind of standing with.
Yeah, especially American citizen. I don't care what side of the aisle it was on. That's an American. So that's the thing that makes me mad about this the most is when I'm for the deport of illegal people and how you're supposed to do it. I mean, illegal people. My bad. I'm for the deportation of people that shouldn't be here, right? But at the same time, you don't disrupt my peace. You don't disrupt coming fucking with me when I'm an American citizen. I'm not for that at all. Not one point blank bit at all. Just because you don't know who you really, that's why you got to find out who you're really looking for, get their pictures, and not interrupt or disrupt American citizens that pay taxes and everything. They should not be disrupted, period, about you going about your business. ICE going about their business to get illegals. Why do I have to get, that's just like if they come in the building I stay in and it's a couple illegals in here, nigga, I gotta go to fucking work. Why are you waking me up and knocking on my fucking door for? If you don't, that's why you gotta know who lives and know what you're doing before you go get people. Don't just go off hunches and don't just go off how people look. You mute your mic muted.
Because American citizens are aiding in the resistance and the hiding of illegals, especially like for her.
It almost sound like slave shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It kind of sounds like slaves. It kind of sounds like slave, slave catchers.
And even if that's the case, know who you looking for. Know who those people are who aid and abandon. Don't come fucking with me. I didn't do anything. I don't have nothing to do with that. Don't disrupt me.
You know what though? When we justify, we kind of tried to. But when it was justification, when the young person got shot over there in Franklin Park, and you know what I'm saying, they claimed the same thing.
They
right?
tried to run over ICE agent.
Claimed the same thing, and once you start justifying shit like that, right? Instead of just saying like, you know what, we can't have you. You know what I'm saying, we can't have certain things. You have to follow certain protocol.
And that's what my point is.
Even for the safety of the ICE agent, you're gonna have to follow certain protocol because you're gonna get people that'll try to run off. You know what I mean? And to me, every time somebody tries to run off, your response is to shoot them. That's your response. So now we've upgraded, and now we said, well, you're pulling off, and now citizens are pulling off, and now the response is, well, it's okay. They tried to hit us. Our response is to shoot them. It's weird.
But I can't hear you. You muted the spaces.
Go ahead. What you say?
I don't like the disruption of American citizens, man. And like Jerry Day just said too, you got to know who you're looking for. Like if you know who you're looking for and know who you're going after, and you're not fucking with everyday American citizens already, okay, this should be cool. But they out here fucking with any and everybody just because you look a certain way, and I'm not cool with that. Just because you look Hispanic or you look like you probably not be from there, no, I'm not cool with that. Know who you're going for. Do your research, do your due diligence, and go after people. And then if you find out that these are the people that aid and abetting, okay, go after them. But don't come knocking on my door talking about, do you got any illegals in here and all that? No, I ain't got shit. What the fuck you doing? I gotta go to work. And you coming and interrupting me? No, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that at all. And I pay taxes. I'm an American citizen.
So I got a couple things that I'm going to play real quick because let me go. Okay, so this is
and was blocking the roadway on Portland Avenue, midway between 33rd Street and 34th Street in the city. At some point, a federal law enforcement officer approached her on foot, and the vehicle began to drive off. At least 2 shots were fired. The vehicle then crashed on the side of the roadway. There is nothing to indicate that this woman was the target of any law enforcement investigation or activity. This woman was in her car, and it appears then blocking the street because of the presence of federal law enforcement, which is obviously something that has been happening, not just in Minneapolis, but around the country. She appears to be a middle-aged white woman. In addition to this tragedy, which unfortunately we did predict, we were seriously concerned about further escalation from the scene. And I want to thank the elected officials that came themselves to help us prevent that from happening, as well as the individuals on that scene that remained peaceful. Preliminary information that we have indicates that this woman was.
So, and that was specifically to OG, where he said that experts I've seen say he was not using proper protocol. I mean, the police chief stands behind him. His boss stands behind him. So, but then, this, when it comes to what Ma was saying, I'm not disagreeing with the idea of the loss of life and everything. I'm not disagreeing with you guys' thoughts on that. But I also think, let me see, stuff like, I guess I won't pull up a video about it, but I've seen videos of people, American citizens, backing the idea of ICE not doing their job, right? People like massive parading down the streets saying you can get ICE out of my state, out of my city. Even the mayor of Minnesota talking about ICE, get the F out of my city, out of my state. American citizens are stopping ICE from doing what they're supposed to do. So what is the ICE supposed to do? American citizens are in the way.
Why no ICE in Texas? Is there ICE in Texas and shit? Is there any ICE in Texas?
Are there any ICE in Texas?
Yeah. Texas, Florida. I can
Texas and Florida. Oh shit.
I'm just saying. I mean, because what if something like this happened down there? See, I feel like it's okay that it happened in Minnesota because these are liberal whites. You know what I mean? Liberal white. You know what I'm saying? Like when a conservative white really don't like liberal whites like that. So it's kind of okay. It's they're gay and this is okay. Right. That's how I'm taking it. Like this shit, we're gonna justify it. This is why, her sexuality came out, and we're gonna kind of justify it because this is Minnesota. Right. But in Texas, like, bro, I know it's mad illegals in Texas. The fuck out of here. Arizona, New Mexico.
Oh, okay. So I think they are in Texas because I'm looking at an article right now. It says 5 arrested at Austin protests against ICE following fatal shooting in Minneapolis. Well, it doesn't specify that ICE is there, so it's just a protest.
No, they were in North Carolina. I do know they were there.
While all of this stuff is happening, American citizens are becoming, agitated with this whole ICE in pursuit of illegal situation. My question is specifically this, Minnesota being, mini Somalia, where are the Somalians that are advocating for Americans? I don't see the energy being in reverse. Like people are doing all this, people are losing their lives in protests for people what ICE are pursuing that aren't supposed to be here. They're not doing it for y'all. They're not trying to protect y'all. I don't know. Me personally,
what you mean? I don't
would have got
understand.
in the car. I would have complied. I would have did whatever. Like, okay, you say get out of the car. I'm out of the car. So, but
But you know what? Everybody, what Mike Tyson say? Everybody got a plan until they get hit in the face. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what happened. When bullets start, I always like to say when bullets start flying, like people always got these plan of action, like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I do that. You don't know until stuff, you know what I'm saying, shit hit the fan. You know what I mean? Like, hey, ICE did that. You don't know. You don't. I'm telling you, you don't know. I get it. Like this is where my brain is wired, and I would do, bro. You wouldn't know.
You hope you do that.
I know how I am with the regular police now.
Mm-hmm.
I get put over by the police. Yes, sir. No, sir. I just came from work. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Straight up. So I get pulled just off the fact that I'm getting pulled over and the police are coming to my car. I'm automatically in doing what I can to make this situation go as best as I can for myself. So that's why I translate that to freaking federal police officers, which people say ICE doesn't have the jurisdiction for this and that. And the insinuating that local police have the jurisdiction to arrest people or, go at the citizens. They're federal agents, bro.
Well, what do you think about when people were saying that they were giving conflicting orders to the woman? They were giving, so you had two officers there, obviously, but one was giving conflicting orders. One was saying one thing, the other was saying another.
I haven't heard that, but you've sent me a link.
Yeah, I've heard it. So yeah, so I was kind of curious on like, okay, if in a situation where you're getting conflicting orders, what do a person do?
Definitely not pull off.
What if that was one of the orders?
Her wife told her to. Her wife, you can hear her in the video of his body cam. She's about to get in the car. She said, "Pull off, baby, pull off." And that's when that's when the whole incident happened. So, yeah, ultimately, it definitely is very unfortunate that the situation got to a point where she lost her life. And also, just like I was saying about, I don't like how the right side, the Republican news platforms were phrasing it a certain way. I also don't like how the left side was phrasing her actions as if she was completely innocent in this whole thing and she didn't do anything wrong. So just say the title of what's going on. Woman, mother of three or whatever, shot by ICE agent.
Hey, do we got a link they can call in or they can probably join sometime? I know they're gonna probably be today, but we're gonna start putting a link in there because I'm getting a bunch of people talking about, can we call in? Can we just jump in for 10 minutes to talk about this subject and stuff like that?
Yeah, I could hit the link so they can join the live stream. And cam.
Okay, so
I mean, they don't have to cam up, but
yeah. So next week we'll be putting the thing up there when we got certain topics. Hey, remember too, we got black folks. Nigga, you got like 5 to 10 minutes. We're not gonna be on here with a whole show with your ass. All right. So y'all remember that. This is gonna treat this shit like
not even 10 minutes, boy. You got 5.
Yeah, like we're not gonna be on here 10 minutes. So you know who you are, just text me or whatnot like that. So next week we will be trying to put the link in there so you can cam up and join up if you want to, or if you don't have to cam up, just to get on and we can discuss that little conversation that we having, and then we got to go.
All right, that's all we got for today. You guys got anything for the message? I got something.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
So if you watch the first 30 minutes of Anton's live today that we showed the clip of, one of the things where he said, never show weakness. He was speaking to men. Never show weakness. And one of the things, the reason why he was saying, because, excuse me, we've heard time and time again where the minute you start showing weakness, the minute you show weakness, as soon as you get into a lot of times, a whole lot of times, that moment of weakness becomes a topic of discussion when y'all get into an argument. Never show weakness. We see it time and time again. And it's what is it called? What is it? Doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Yeah,
Insanity.
crazy.
Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Never show weakness. When it comes to whatever it is that you're dealing with as a man, maybe go talk to another man, find a different outlet to get those emotions out, but never show weakness because it comes out. And even more than that, if you listen to the live stream later on, he started talking about Offset and the woman that he was dealing with. I don't know what her name is, but she started spilling all of his business, talking about how he broke, how he asked her for $10,000. Never show weakness. This has been another edition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I have been your man, Spaces.
Hey, I'm just here ready to go. Hey, I go by your boy Mom, man. Me and the joint. We love y'all.
Later.
Damn.